Alright, so for the first time in a long time, as can be indicated by our lack of uploading anything onto the DS channel, we have a team battle with DS taking on Team Celestial Storm, CS. We actually did have one team battle before the very last one that's been on the channel. I didn't put it up because, to be honest, I was starting school around that time. Uh, Lack of activity is partly because I was taking some time to figure out how to route my schedule because night school is a pain in the ass. But I got it done. I've gotten a bit of it done. No pressure right now. Final started as well, so now all that's over. We can actually get down to to team stuff. And the team battle that happened before the last one that went up, it was literally just me, Kazuhi, and Neobuster, who like only I'm still on the team out of those three people. So after I finally stopped being lazy and was at a point where I could put it up, I decided not to for that reason. But onto this fight, we have Shotaro using Link Joker Deleter so far, going up against Nubatama. And that's not a Deleter. He uses Walksis, which requires 3 Deleters for Counter Blast, so everything that's not a Deleter that goes into the damage zone is actually going to hurt him quite a bit. But considering that Shotaro went first, as long as he allows himself to take 3 damage, he actually is in pretty good position if he has Walksis in the Vanguard. Also, I noticed that he rushed in really hard at grade 2. He might not even have a 3. Got a critical trigger in the drive though. Good for the drop and draw that happened. All of his columns hit, 4 damage done. Early rush is good in situations like this, especially because new Batamas actually do need some time to get their engine started. Not to mention that a lot of what they do involves controlling the opponent's hand, as well as the field. If they don't have hand to start off with, there's not that much that they can control. Goes for the 12k attacker, but it's intercepted by the 10k vanilla. Good idea because it's hitting for 19. Rides into the Legion. Can't do anything with that until next turn. Doesn't have the conditions to Legion anyway. He ain't no guards and risk the critical trigger. One didn't appear, but he heals. And luckily for Shotaro, he got a draw trigger, which meant that the one who opens the black door gets the ability to attack. 19k is blocked with 10k. Another reason he is glad for that heal trigger. And now we have the break guard on the field, going straight into stride. And Nubatama actually have 2 really dangerous pain in the neck strides. This one in particular, Counterblast 2, when the unit attacks, if you do it, you can choose one of your opponent's rear guards, bind it, and the opponent chooses a card from their hand and bind that as well. And then if you have Ashura as the heart, Ashura Stealth Dragon as the heart, then the bound cards go to the drop zone instead of the hand. And almost all of their grade 3s are Ashura Stealth Dragons. I really do feel like there's only a small number of units that aren't. So the units that were lost are literally just that, they are lost. And the deleter starter was lost from that as well. Shotaro has the conditions to Legion and delete his opponent's Vanguard, but he doesn't have the field to really make any good use of it. I don't think Shotaro realizes that the ones that were sent from that the one from the field in hand from the stride ability goes to the drop zone instead of the bind. He is letting him know. Also, that unit says Ashura Stealth Dragon, even though it does count as Ashura Stealth Dragon. I think the way it was revealed, they said this counts the both the limit breaks count and the stride count. I mean, and the Legion counts. I'm sorry. So yeah, all those are Jura Stealth Dragons, even though Area mistranslated them, or maybe Area just grabbed the mistranslated version because there was a mistranslated version of them. So Shotaro counterblasts to discards, and now the Vanguard is deleted. Brings out two 12k attackers, and is attacking for big numbers. Hiei has to no guard, and there's a critical trigger. If Hiei doesn't heal again like he did before, then the match ends here. And Hiei says he started with 3 grade 3s in hand. Really difficult to deal with that when you're dealing with early rush like what Shotaro did. So good games on both sides. I was a little worried when Shotaro said he barely tested this deck, but it seems to be really really well running. And even though Waxus has difficulty with all the non-deleter stuff in here, Seville more than makes up for it. So good games. On to the next one. This is Gunslinger, by the way, 3v3.